Good morning, friends. I have decided that I want to work on my editing skills. And today I'm sitting here with my computer in front of me and realizing I don't have content that I want to work with. So I'm going to bake bread today. It's on my list of things to do. And so I'm going to record that. So this is what happened. I'm going to keep it really real. Before I can do anything, I have to clean the kitchen. So here we go. Mom life. Okay, that's done. Woo! I'm going to call that exercise. Now I'm going to get out all my ingredients for our bread. The first thing I'm going to do, before I even start that, is put a small potato in the microwave because we need some mashed potatoes for our bread recipe. It's potato bread, y'all. Okay, first thing first is you heat up some milk to about 110 to 115 degrees. Today I'm using almond milk, so you need 1 cup of milk. Now mine got a little too hot, so I put a couple ice cubes in there instead of some water. So I'm gonna have to have water. So anyway, that's what I do. Right into my stand mixer, which I love, by the way. Here's the rest of the water. And you add in a packet, or if you have a jar like mine, of yeast. Mine, you add in 2 1/4 teaspoons of yeast. So it calls for 1 cup of milk, 1/4 cup of warm water, and then the packet of yeast. This is my 3rd time to make a variation of this recipe. The first 2 times I used regular milk. This time I'm going to use almond milk and see how it comes out. The first time I did regular all-purpose flour. The second time I did a mix of wheat and unbleached all-purpose, and that worked fine. So that's what I'm going to go with today on the flour. It calls for a total of 4 cups. So I'm going to do 2 and 2. But you can go ahead. I'm like old school, and I think your yeast things still like develop some. But so far, I've just been able to go ahead and add my other ingredients. So I'm going to do that. You need an egg. You'll need some sort of sweetener. The first time I used regular sugar. The second time, maple syrup, and I'm going to go with that again. So it's a 1/4 cup of sweetener. A 1/2 cup of potato. You can use instant potato. You can use regular potato. I'm using a yellow potato. It's about a medium. I didn't measure. I'm guessing. It looks right, about right. Maybe a little too much, but maybe I'll leave just a tad. It goes in. Yes, I'm an expert here with that. This is a 1/2 stick of butter, so a 1/4 cup. And I just melted it. It should be melted. I melted it in the bowl that I'm going to use to let the bread rise. Because who wants to wash dishes, y'all? Not me. Alright, a teaspoon, here it is, teaspoon of salt. And then your 4 cups of flour. Like I said, this is unbleached. I need to work on my preparation. This is unbleached King Arthur flour. I just poured this in here, so it's already kind of aerated. I believe that's how you say it. Two of those. even more messy. This recipe seems to be really forgiving, which with somebody like me is an absolute necessity. So I just do the best I can. And so far it's coming out pretty great, if I do say so myself. So there we go. And then you use the paddle for just a minute to get everything mixed up. I'm sure you could do this by hand, but oh, there we go. Good. I don't want to. And then you swap it out for your dough hook. Didn't pull that out. That's potato. I'm gonna mix that. Hush, please don't. I should mix that a little bit more, but it'll get all meshed up with the dough hook, so it'll be fine. Switch to your dough hook. There we go. And let that go for 5 minutes. Okay, so I didn't say that should be on medium high. And when it's done, then you just transfer it to your greased, already butter bowl and let it rise to double. P.S. Somebody that I follow on YouTube, it is Linnea, and the kids love her channel, but she said to dampen your fingers or your hands before you go to transfer your dough, and it won't stick because it's a sticky dough, super sticky. And it works like a charm, so try that out. Okay friends, we've got our first rise done. Let me show you. That is what it looks like. Still pretty sticky, but because we greased it, it's not stuck. I let it sit outside for like 25 minutes with a towel over it, and it's quite warm, so it is beautiful. Inside it takes a little longer. There's tricks for that you can look up, but now I'll show you what we do next. Okay, so from there I'm just gonna take my dough, and I don't want it to let out many of those air bubbles for this particular recipe, so I'm just gonna scrape it out onto a greased piece of parchment paper, and I wet my knife, and I'm just gonna cut this in like half. So just drag it through a few times and try to get it about half. Again, I'm not a perfectionist over here by any means. Okay, then kind of gather it. See, these are not pretty. Oh my goodness, there we go. Ha. And just pop it in here, and I just kind of shape it a little bit like that, because this is going to make 2 loaves. So same deal. Move it over here. And I'm sure that other people can make it beautiful and all that, but I'm not other people. Okay, so here's what they look like. Numero uno, numero dos. And we're gonna let those rise again about 25 minutes, just till they double, however long that takes. And then I'll show you what they look like when we've got to that point. Okay, these look great. They might be a little bit overproofed, but it'll probably be all right. Let me show you. So they get prettier. Okay, so I've got my oven preheated to 350. We're gonna pop these in for 30 to 35 minutes, and then they're gonna be awesome. Okay, I'll show you what comes out. Let's get this out. Y'all, it's pretty. Pretty enough for me. That one's heavy, you can see it. All right, so here are 2 loaves. They're not super duper pretty, but they're good enough for me. So I'm just gonna dump these out. There we go. You know, because I'm not fancy. I'm gonna put these on the wire rack to cool for just a little bit. And I'm just gonna be honest, I usually cut one first thing. I'm sure you're not supposed to, but that's what I do. Okay, so I got my bread knife. I just got these out. I'm going to show you because this is the most amazing thing ever. How easy it is to cut and how you can actually make sandwiches with it. Because y'all, that's legit. Y'all see that? Look at that. Okay, I'm only going to cut off a couple pieces because I don't cut it until I'm ready to eat it. But what's better than fresh bread and butter? Official taste test, y'all. It's gonna be awesome. I have confidence. For real, look at that. Amazing and so easy. Thank you for hanging out with me today. You should try the bread. Love you. Bye.